Hello there, YouTube. Another Rogue Cannon commentary, and tonight I have the Medal of Honor Open Beta for PC. Currently, this is only on the PC, this beta, and it opened a couple hours ago. I'm a little late getting on it. I had class this morning, so I'm a little bit behind all the people who have already played, but for the most part, I think I've held up pretty decently. Now this is one of the maps. This is like one of the objective maps. You have to capture points, I guess, like domination. And this is like my 6th or 7th round. So at this point I decided to stop running around so much, and I tried to camp a little bit more. Because believe me, this game promotes you to camp. I mean, you get kill streaks just like Call of Duty. People die in like 2 or 3 shots. I don't know, it just seems like it wants you to stay in one spot, or at least stay in a very small area. Now, I don't really know what to say. I mean, I'm just kind of walking around with a gun, shooting at people. Gameplay, I don't really do anything too inspiring to talk about. This isn't really like a brag commentary. So perhaps maybe I should talk about my opinions of the game, and, you know, first and foremost, when somebody watches a beta video, they have the intentions of finding out, you know, should I get this game? Will I like this game? Are there things worth playing it for? And in terms of gameplay, I think there's a few tweaks that the game could benefit from that it probably won't get. So take from that what you will, but, you know, weapon damage is just ridiculous. It's like 2 or 3 shots to kill somebody, but the guns are dead accurate, like that. Like, yeah, I guess you could say that kill looked legitimate, but you get some from pretty far away that don't seem to make too much sense. Most games with very high weapon damage also tend to have very hard to use weapons. So, you know, it feels like the mechanics are wrong on the shooting, and I don't know if you can tell from the video, but believe me, when you play it, you will definitely understand what I mean. Keep in mind the gun I'm using right now is an AK-47, and look at the feedback I get on the screen when I'm firing it. It's almost nothing, so it feels like I'm shooting an airsoft gun. So I don't know, that after playing games like Counter-Strike Source, where they had weapon damage and stuff like that so perfect so long ago, I just don't really understand why games are still messing around with wonky weapon damage like this. But yeah, I just kind of realized that I liked this area here because I could watch 2 different paths, and like the camper, I felt like this game. I could successfully cover hallways like that, do stupid stuff like that, just camp at the end of a hallway and get shot. But one thing I've also noticed is it seems like there's a lot of lag in how kills are registered. Like that kill there, I mean, yeah, that was legitimate. I stood out in the corner and died, but I felt like I had got around the corner before I fell. So stuff like that's just kind of awkward, but I won't blame the game for that. I'll blame the server or my ISP, I guess. But yeah, this game, I just still kind of camped around this objective, which, you know, you could complain that I'm camping, but I actually am defending an objective, so I guess that's what they want me to do. But yeah, so I really like this hallway here because it's such a small thing, but yet so many. It's like a hub. There's 3 or 4 different paths that meet up where my red dot's pointing. Even this guy's in there, so I don't know. People always run out in front of that, and you'll always snag a couple kills there. But I used a kill streak, and I don't think I did anything with it, but you did see it there with the binoculars. I don't know what they call them on this game, score chains or something like that. I haven't really paid attention. There you go, some more kills. I mean, there's a lot of things about this game. I mean, the graphics are great. I'm on medium right now in the video, and you probably won't be able to tell. Medium looks fine. So people who are worried about not being able to run this on the PC, you know, I have a fairly low-end machine. I'm still using a GeForce 8800 GTS, And the only reason I had to put it on medium was because I wanted to fraps and still have the video be viewable. So nothing to worry about there. It runs fine. It looks fine. Really, there's just a couple things about weapon damage and map design that are starting to drive me a little bit mad. And like I said, I've only played for probably like 2 or 3 hours total, but the objective map that's in the beta, it really worries me. And I didn't get any footage of it because I really just didn't want to play it. And I will do a video of it if it's requested, but it's I think it's like combat zone or something like that, some game type. And basically, it's attackers and defenders in the style of like Team Fortress, I guess. And basically, your attackers have an objective that they need to reach, and your defenders, well, they basically just camp and make sure that they don't. And, you know, maybe I'd comment and say that it was our skill that didn't allow us to do the objective, but as the attackers, it just seemed so, it just wasn't enjoyable. I mean, the only way to the objective was a two-way choke. It was a path that had 2 ways, left or right, and the only thing in the middle of those chokes were a rock. I mean, anybody in their right mind knows that you're behind that rock, right? So there's rockets flying at it, machine guns shooting at it, and there's like 20 guys on the other team all camping to make sure that you can't get down the path. So I don't know, maybe I'll put up a video of it and try and explain it to you, but I just could not enjoy that game type. Even on defense, I thought it was no fun, so I don't know, maybe I'll try it again later, make a video of it, but for now. Okay, so I'm going to focus a little bit more on the gameplay here. I'm waiting for it to load, and I swaps teams on the same map. This time I'll get to be the U.S. Army instead of the controversial Taliban team that they changed to opposing force, or OP4. So we wouldn't offend anybody, but I think that's a load, honestly. But, you know, a lot of games tend to keep real-world things out. So the game starts here. I have an M4, I believe, and I'm just kind of sprinting up to the same area I was before. And you'll see what I mean by this hub. Yeah, right here. This is where I was shooting at. I mean, look how many pathways there are. And I can just look at it from the safety of where that guy's standing, basically. Except he was in a worse spot, but yeah, here's a weapon customization screen. I mean, there's a couple things. I don't know if there's any benefit to putting these on or taking them off. I didn't check the stats if they changed, but the red dot is just so much better than iron sights. It's like the Eco Sight or whatever, Ecotech. But yeah, so this time I tried to run around a little bit more. I didn't think that anybody would want to watch a bunch of camping. So I ran around a little bit more, and it, you know, kind of worked to my detriment. I died a lot more. But I believe I get like a huge kill streak at the end, so I guess it's worth it for that. Also, it's good to note that the assault class, they get smoke grenades. They don't get regular grenades. All they have is their rifle barrel grenades. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I guess there's less grenade spamming, which is good. There's still rifle grenades, but they seem to suck sometimes. Okay, so there's one of my first stupid deaths. Just a guy coming from behind me. And I also have to apologize for my voice. I just recovered from a cold, which is also why I haven't done a video in a while, because it just sounded like crap. So, but here we go. So just running around, getting shot at by people with SMGs. Now, you'll notice something right here. You'll notice that all the enemies are constantly coming from this one area over there. And I haven't exactly experimented fully, but I think it's because the game has like a fixed spawn system. And so far it seems very, very easy to spawn camp. And I haven't fully confirmed that yet, but it does seem like it happens. Excuse me. It does seem like it happens, and that kind of, I don't know, that kind of sucks, I guess is the word that they use these days. But yeah, so couple of kills. Oh yeah, and look at that lag knife. I actually did get that guy, and I hit the knife button as I was like dead. So that's kind of a weird thing too. But anyway, so yeah, so this map, I don't know if I really like the two maps that they've shown us in the beta. They seem like the game mechanics don't really flow well in the maps that they've given us. it seems like the way that the game plays, the map should be bigger, more more like Battlefield kind of maps, I guess. And I realize this is a dice game, and you know, it feels a little bit like Battlefield, obviously, but it just feels like the gun mechanics are so wonky compared to Battlefield Bad Company 2, which, you know, wasn't the greatest either for weapon things. But so this is kind of a weird position. There's like 3 guys surrounding me around that corner, and I didn't really like that. But you respawn with no timer on regular mode, whatever the hell this is, sector control, I guess. There's no timer, so there's a timer on the other one though. So just running around. I know the map, but you basically just need to find what area they're spawning from and then just like stand outside that and try and get the objective. I think this is where my streak begins here. I think that's 2 or 3 there. And I can see on my gator that there is a guy around this corner, so I stealthily ninja through the window, find out that he's dead. And yeah, it seems like they're spawning just on the other side of that wall, so I'm like trying to spray it down a little bit. I do hit a guy, but then I turn around at the perfect time to get a headshot, which is just stupid. Another thing I've noticed is that firing from the hip is so super effective. It seems like just so accurate, and that actually wasn't my kill streak. That one I do die, but it seems super effective. You'll see a couple times in this video I actually just try it, and it's pretty accurate. It gets me a lot of kills. So if that's a good thing or a bad thing, I'll leave you to decide. But people were asking about recoil in this game and whether or not there was, and a lot of people have said that there is. I can confirm that, yeah, there you go, there's the hip firing. There is almost no recoil. I mean, there is, but it's fake. It's not something that you feel and you have to react to with your gameplay. Like, look at how accurate that is from the hip. Just unbelievable. I have some teammates shooting shit at me. But yeah, so I think this is the kill streak here. I'm just kind of camping this doorway, and again, they're like spawning over there, so I just keep shooting and keep waiting around the corner, and more guys come, and you can see that orange thing on the screen. That's where they all are. They're all just spawning from that area and giving us a million kills. And I missed that guy, which kind of sucks, but so far the only weapon that really feels decent is this M4 with the red dot. It has a little bit of a cool feel to it, but I don't really like any of the other weapons I've seen so far. And yeah, I'm using tier, you know, the beginning weapons, but whatever. So it's about to sum up the video here, like 30 more seconds. Overall, my first impressions of the game is that it's okay, but it's just not adding anything that I haven't already seen from a game. I mean, yeah, I just use binoculars to get a kill streak. You know, how exciting is that? It's only exciting for so long. So I'll make more videos tonight, and thank you for watching. Clue's also going to make a couple videos. I'll probably play this for a few more hours before I get on StarCraft, so whatever footage I get, I'll upload.